Uh, these p-values may be confusing to some of you. Here I give out the steps, very clear steps, and you just follow. Can you move forward so I don't have to yell? So the first step is, and we will do some drill. We will do some exercise. First step is calculating standard deviation. Calculating standard deviation. The first step is calculating the standard deviation. And it is for the yes or no cases is this formula. And later I give out this formula. The second step is calculating the difference. Calculating the difference. Many times we just use this symbol to represent the change or the difference. It's easier. I can say this is standard deviation. Then we calculate the z-score. The z-score. And that is this one divided by this one. Okay. And the fourth step is to find the p-value. Let me write it better. We find the area. We find the area from the table. The last step is to find the p-value. Find the p-value. Yes? What is the change meaning? I will show you the example. For example, when he claims he's a 60% shooter, but his performance this morning is 20%. Then that change is, he's saying is 60%. But what you saw is in front of you is 20%. That difference then is a 40% difference. I follow these steps, do one example. Then this time, let's say this person claims he's 80% shooter. He says, I'm an 80% shooter. Then you said, show me. You said, show me. Then he did turn shoot in front of you. And let's say he made two, only two dot in. He shoot 10 times, only two dot in. Okay, now we can, with this information, we can go all the way to the p-value. So the first step, what is the standard deviation? What is the standard deviation? First step, let me move this over here. So, we did turn shoot, only two dot in. So the first step, the calculating the S, standard deviation. Can you do that? Can you do that? Which one is which? Where is the P? The proportion. What's the P? The value? Huh? Is 0.2 is 0.8? Let me make it 3. So don't be confusing because you said show me, and he shoot 10 times, 3 got in. So what is the P? Yeah, it's 0.8. And is the assumption. We assuming he's 0.8. Okay, so it's 0.8 times 1 minus 0.8 divided by what? Divided by what? Only three. I only heard 3 voices. Divided by what? 10. How many times you saw him doing that? 10 times. You saw him doing 10 times. Okay. Now, anybody calculate this for me? Anybody calculate this for me? 0.126. I wish you understand. This means what? This means for calculating this, you don't have to draw this. But I hope you understand it. This means in the center is a 0.8. Means in the center is a 0.8. And how much is this? How much is this? So it is Okay, I hope this does not too much. Okay, you should know. Okay, we assuming it's 80%. Okay, this is the real world scenario. This is the thinking, the thinking. Okay, we move on. The difference is what? Is we get a little disappointed, right? It's only 30%. Supposed to be 80%. Supposed to be 80%. Because he said so. Because he said so. Supposed to be 80%. But it is 30%. This is 67%. 30%. This is. So the difference is here I include 0. Okay, 0.3 minus 0.8. Okay. We feel disappointed, but we want to calculate how much we were disappointed. So the result is a negative 0.5. The result is negative 0.5. Are you following? Step 3 is we want to say how many times the difference is how many times of the standard deviation. So this is the z-score. Is that one time standard deviation, or 3 times standard deviation, or so the z-score we can carry on the negative sign. Doesn't matter. So 0.126 is not a critical integer. It's okay. Okay, we got the z-score. Can I change this a little bit? Sorry. This is too loud. 4. This z is too large. Cannot reach my teaching purpose. We will show. I will back to 3. Okay. But for introductory example, let me do 5. Let me do 5. 5. For introductory example, I will move to 4 and move to 3. Okay. So does this change? Does this change? Huh? Does this change? No, this formula is not related with success. Okay? is related with what he's saying and how many times he tried. Okay? So this is the same. These will be changing. We will be less disappointed. We will be less disappointed. Okay? You see it? Will this change? Will this change? This one should be what? This one should be what? 0.3. Minus minus 2.4. Okay. What this means, make this dot stronger. What this means the guy's performance is 2.4. Let me say one step is a standard deviation from what he said. He said is this. So I'm standing here. I'm expecting his performance is this. So I'm standing on the 80%. But now I saw him is this, which is 2 steps and 0.4, almost 2.5 steps away from the expectation. Okay, is one step is that 2.4 steps away from my original position. So he is here. The guy, what he did, he said he's here. But this morning I saw him is here. Okay? I saw him is here. This is the one step. This is the second step. And the second step still have to a little bit more. The z is minus 2.4. Minus means on this direction, okay? If it's positive, then it's this direction, which means he's doing more than he said. Wow, he's even better than I expected. Okay. Number 4, the area from the Z table. Which area? Which area? This arrow was not pointing to the. It's pointing to here. And which area? Which area we are talking about? Which area we are talking about? Which area we are talking about? Is this area? Is this area including his performance or something even worse? Okay? This is his performance, And something even worse. This area. This area means representing the probability he's doing this, or even worse. Maybe he had a 4 out of 10. Everything worse than this, including this one. So how to find this area? How to find this area? How to find this area? If it is a beautiful -2, what's this area? If it's a beautiful -2 without the 0.4. If it's a beautiful 2, the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. Remember? That means from here to here is 95%. Right, it's a 2.5. If it is a beautiful -2, maybe in the exam I make it into the beautiful -2. Maybe I don't. I'm still undecided yet. Now is a little bit, do not expect in your life, you always have this 1, 2, 3. Now it's 2.4. Then what's this area? What's this area? What is the area? You need to check the Z table. There's 68, 95, 99.7. That's to make our life a little easier. But you need to check the Z table. How to check, how to find out? How to find out? V is a -2.4. How to find out? We do not have, we don't have to print the negative, okay? We can find the positive and to convert. Where is the 2.4? 2.4 is here, okay? 2.40. This means 2.40. You can give me more accurate. What is the 4 after? Is a 2.38. Okay. Okay. 2.38. Is a 2.38. So now we can practice 2.3 find 8, okay? And on this electronic is even harder. So to me is a 0.4913. So the area, so this so one is 2.38. Okay, what's this value is 2.38. What's the meaning? When you find the number, you need to don't get the meaning wrong. What's the meaning? 2941, right? 4951. What's the meaning? 4951. 49. Oh, okay. 4913. What's the meaning? What's the meaning? It's the meaning is this area, the shaded area. With z equal to 2.38. Okay, is this area. Okay. And then what's this area? Then what's this area? Let me dig out a little bit of red. Then what's this area? Then what's this area? The red one plus this one should be 0.5. Should be 0.5. You see? So what's the red one? What's the red one? 0.0087. 0.0087. Okay. And this red one is equal to the green one. Let me change it back to Are you following? Only one voices. Only one voices. So you find you can check. You know how to check the z table, right? From the z score. From the z score. The z score on this z table gives you use z value to the center, the area, the z value to the center. What's this stripped one? What's this stripped one? It's the same as this, okay? We want to know this and this is the same, okay? Here is minus 2.38. You want to know this a little bit tail. You want to know this a little bit tail. After step 3, you find the z-score. You find the z-score, no matter what it is, is somewhere, not always be negative, okay? Not always be negative. Could be positive, depending on the question. You find this, then your goal is to find that little tail. This a little tail, the area. You find this a little tail, the area. How to find it? You should know. You based on the z value, find this part of the area, or this part area. They are equal. Okay? From the z table. And the total is 0.5. The total is 0.5. So 0.5 minus what you have on the z table. Then that is that little tail. That is that a little tail. Okay, this is step 4. Is that in? Is that in the video? So this is the step 4, the area from Z table. And the step 5 is to find that small tail. Find that small tail. Do a little bit of calculation based on what you find, because your Z table gives you this area. We want to know this little tail is a negative, is a negative. We want to know this a little bit tail. So what is the p-value? What's this area? What's this area? It's the same as this. So the p-value is 0.0087. This is a very small. Anything less than 5%. Anything less than 5%. Put in another word, 0.05. We think is unlikely. We think it's unlikely. Just like this morning, you came to me and say, teacher, I won a lottery. Because the probability is very small. I will take it, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You say, teacher, I won a lottery. I become a millionaire. Because the probability is very small. So, the probability is very small. This is a 0.87%. Put in another word. It's 0.87%. Then we say, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you are 80% shooter. Good? You do one example, and I help you each step. Then you, let's say, in front of you, his shooter is a 6 out of 10. You do it with, we have a couple of minutes before taking a break. You do it now. Each step. And let me see where you stop. Yes. Okay, good. He claimed, non-athlete claimed that he's 80% shooter. He's 80% shooter. And you said, show me. And then he shoot 10 times. He made 6. Okay? Then you calculate the p-value. The p-value is the probability for him for 80% shooter accidentally have this performance. The p-value is for an 80% shooter. How much probability he will have this performance? If the probability for this performance is very, very small, then I say, I don't believe you are this. I don't believe you are 80% shooter. If the probability for this is above 5%, is greater than 5%, then I say, okay, yeah, you are not, even though you are not doing as good as I expect, but that's part of life. You have some randomness. Can you finish it? Can you finish it? What's the standard deviation? I only heard 2 or 3 voices. What is the standard deviation? It's the same. It's the same. Okay? This will be in the final exam. It's not fair. We spend the time all night and not being checked. The standard deviation. And what's the disappointment? What's the difference? What's the difference? So here will be different. 0.6 minus 0.2. What's the z-score? What's the z-score? What's the z-score? What's the z-score? I only heard. Are you guys finished? Are you guys finished? Yes. Did you finish? What is this for? What is this for? Yeah. Good. So the z-score is how much you expect and the real life. You expect 80% and the real life is 60%. The difference is negative 0.2. Or maybe you can say it's negative 20%. And this, we want to find the ratio this over this. So what's this? Minus 1.59. Okay? Then find the area. Find the area. What's the area? What's the area? $1.59 is 1.59 is 4441. And more importantly, what it means, what it means. More importantly, what it means. Now our z score is a negative 1.59. 1.59. Okay? And let me check. Okay? The area, you check it? Right, should be. Yes? Okay. So, who's correct? I don't know the name. Yeah. Yeah, some students checked got a different reading from the Z people. Look at the, you have a good eye. You have a better eye than me. You have a better eye than me. A little bit off. Um, so, our Z value is 1.59. Step 3. Everybody got it? Step 3. Everybody got it? Now you check it and it is 4441.4441. What? So this is 44.41% or just 0.4441. Where you got it, then what's the meaning? What's the meaning? It means this area. It means this area. 1.59. Negative 1.59. Positive 1.59. Okay? This area is 0.4441. This is the old. This is the previous. This is the previous. This area is 0.4441, okay? What's the strip area? What's the strip area? It's the same. Okay? It's the same. Our goal, what is our goal? After all this, don't get lost. What is our goal? Is this tail, the area, this tail, the area. Even though this is negative, the area is always positive. Okay? The area is always positive. So is this is also this. Okay? 4441 is this, according to the book drawing. Is also this, according to your teacher's drawing. The strip and the solid, they're all 0.4441. Okay. Then what is the little tail, which is the p-value? What is the p-value? What is the p-value? 0.5, because everything is 0.5. The total is a 50%. Okay? 0.5 subtract 4441. So the result, 0.0559. And it is 5.6%. That's it. 5.6%. Yes? Sorry. This 6 is used here. Is used here. Then that's it. 60%. 60% all is 0.6 is used here. Is how much the disappointing. How much disappointing you will got. Is this much disappointing. The area, now we are working on the area. The total area is 1, or is 100%, the total area. Half area is 50%, or is 0.5. Okay, we are working on the area now. We are working on the area. And the 0.5 minus the table reading. Minus the table reading. Then there's a green tail. That's this green tail. Yes. I'm undecided to design the question to give you an integer. If it's integer, if it's 2, you don't need a z table, right? Do you need a z table if it is a 2?
Yes.
Why you need a z table? You don't need a z table. If it is a 1, you don't need a z table. If it's a 3, you don't need a z table. Right? If it is 60%. Now, okay, let me a little bit. So, the probability, the p-value is 5.6%. He barely made it. He barely made it. And according to our rule, because it's a greater than 5%. It's a greater than 5%. 80% shooter, there's a 5.6% chance to have this performance. There's a 5.6% chance to have this performance. Is greater than 5%. Then we say, okay, I believe you. I believe you. Yeah. It's like for some kind of cheap lottery, and the probability to win that cheap lottery, let's say, is a 5.6% chance. It's a 5.6% chance. And then you comes to me and say, teacher, I won that lottery. Then I say, oh, okay, I believe you. Congratulations. Because the chance is big. But if that lottery, the chance is less than 5%, generally is less than 5%. Let's say the chance to win that lottery is 4%. Is 4%. And we run into each other on campus. We say, teacher, guess what? Yesterday I won that lottery. I say, it's only 4% chance. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Because there's only 4% people to win that lottery. And I don't believe you. Okay. So for this, he barely made it. He barely made it. 5.6%. So we believe this is equal to this. We believe this is equal to this. We believe a person with this level could be by random chance, by some bad luck, to have this. All right? Now, I modify another question. I change this question. Let's say your another friend, he said he is a 60% shooter. He said he's a 60% shooter. And he shoot a 5. And he made a 2. Only 40%. He shoot 5, only made a 2. Okay, go through this. What's the p-value? What is the probability for a person with this level to screw up? What's the probability for a person with this level? Random chance to have this performance. Random chance to have this performance. All this number was used in previous classes, but I want you to recalculate from scratch. Recalculate from scratch. the first step result? Is that the same? Is that the same? Is that the same? The standard deviation? That's the same? Very good, very good. What is the standard deviation? Okay, well, we have to move on. The first step, I use the board here, okay? The first step, standard deviation. Standard deviation. What is P? What is the P? What is the P? Okay, is 0.6 from his claim, even though this is a 40%. This is a 40%. This is the real life. This is the idea. This is the ideology, okay? Ideology. He says he's 60%, but the real life is 40%. And so this is 1 minus 0.6 divided by what? Yeah. He only showed us 5 times. He only showed us 5 times. So it's 5. So this will be quite different from that. What's the result? Is it? Yes. Okay, good. And what's the step 2? What's the step 2? How much we were disappointed? How much we were disappointed? Point 4 minus the ideology, the real life subject. And what's the Z score? What's the Z score? What's the Z score? Everybody got it? Z score. What's the Z score?
Minus 0.9.
For students who have get the Z score, then what is that useful? What do we use that number for what? it for what? Use it for what? Oops, I have to bring the... Okay, we cannot wait for you guys. Never wait for me for class. So what's the Z score? The difference, the ratio over, and there is a 0.0913. This is the Z value. Okay. You should, anyway, for this, you should know that you should have this sense. You should have this sense. This means this guy is at negative 0.913. And here is a positive 0.913. Okay? The Z scores. Okay? What is this useful for what? What is this for what? For what? Does everyone got the Z score? Does everyone got? If anybody didn't get this one, I will not close the class. We stay here. If anybody doesn't get this, we stay here. You go to help that person who do not get this one. Anybody get this wrong, we stay here. Everybody got it? Yes. Everybody got it? Yeah. Everybody got it? He didn't get it. Okay. What's this value? Why we use this value? Why we use this value? 0.91. 0.91. Talk with your pen, not with your mouth. Talk with your pen. So you check the Z table and you'll find 0.3186. How to get this is from this value. Okay? It is this area. It is also this area. And so this is step 4. Okay? It's a 0.3186. Step 4. The area from the Z table. Step 5. Step 5. You'll find that little tail, the area. You'll find that little tail area. Okay, you don't find it. You drive home. You find it. That little tail area. What is is that little tail area? What's the right? Um, what's the area? What's the area for this green tail? Is we need to do a little bit math. 50%, okay, which is a 0.5. 0.5 minus this area is also this. 0.3186 and is 0.1814. Some students always intend to use here as a 40%. We are trying to figure out the area. The total is 1. The total is 1. Traffic has, this is a 0.5. Traffic is a 0.5. Okay. This is this much. Then 0.5 minus this is this tail. Is this the tail? Okay. If you use this 0.4 minus this, you will get a very wrong result. This is the p-value. This is the p-value. Is this a big? Is this a big? Is this a big? Very important, guys. What's our conclusion? What's our conclusion? 18% chance. 18% chance. Should we accept him? Should we accept him? No. We accept him. 18% is a big chance. So let's say we cannot say, oh, no way, impossible. We cannot say that because that's a big chance. His performance has an 80% chance by a 60% level. His performance has a 18% chance. So 18% chance, that's a big chance. All these are you're counting your time, okay, against your time. Okay, sure. Only. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Are you following? I will give you the. My numbers are actually a simple numbers compared to the textbook numbers. The textbook numbers are all out of the real cases. They are not as simple. They are not as simple as this. They are, but it's the same. It's the same stuff. Um, I will give you some homework. The homework will be, the final exam question will be similar to the homework I gave to you. And okay, and we stop here, okay?